What's up, guys? Guns and Knives here, and today I'm going to be launching my YouTube channel. Now, I've had YouTube channels in the past before, never really did anything too spectacular with them, kind of just did them for fun. They were kind of stupid, and I think I deactivated one or two of them, deleted most of the videos off other ones, but that's not important right now. I think with this, I'm gonna do it as like a side project. I got cool stuff that I like to review, show you guys, put it out there, because I know when I go looking for something to do a review on, usually there's not one that does an in-depth review or gives you enough information about it, enough to tell me in one video whether or not I'd like to purchase the item or buy it for someone or have it as a reliable tool or something fun. Because I got a couple BB guns that I will be reviewing, and they're loads of fun. But today, I think I recently bought this. I'm gonna be reviewing my, what's the name of this? I completely forgot. Smith & Wesson H.R.T. Now I know there's a number for it right here on the back. See if you can see that. Get the camera to focus. SWHRT9B. Now you can look that up on Amazon, and it will come up with the same exact knife that I have here. And this knife is anywhere in the price range of $8 to 20 some dollars. I wouldn't recommend spending $20 on it. More in the range of 8 to 12. I think I paid 14 for mine, and I got it in 2 days because I have Amazon Prime. Now for $15, you're not getting the best knife, obviously. But this thing, for $15, it's a stupendous knife. I actually carry it in my boots every day that I can. And here, just give you a look at it. Another look. This thing came extremely sharp. I did sharpen it a little more. You can see it's, I think the steel is 440C. Now normally with these cheaper knives, the $10 knives and whatnot on Amazon, you'll get 440A or some cheaper version of Chinese knockoff steel. Now, those aren't bad if you're just looking for something cheap, carry around in your pocket with you, you know, open a letter, occasionally open a box or something. There's nothing wrong with that. I'd actually recommend that. But if you actually care about your knives, I'd recommend, going out buying a higher grade one. Gerbers are good. Smith & Wesson aren't too bad. They're on the lower end. But, go to Walmart, go to Gander Mountain, go to Dick's. Pick up a decent knife. But this one itself is good for what it's made for. And that's a boot knife. Some people... This was actually labeled as a neck knife. You can see you can put a necklace, I guess, through here. Like a chain necklace, little balls. I don't exactly remember what it's called. But anyways, it comes with this extremely nice leather sheath. It's actual leather. It's got an extremely strong clip back here. Very, very strong. Takes a lot of force to actually, pull back. A very nice button system to hold the knife. You see in there, it's free of obstruction. Very easy to slide in and out. Very easy to button. And there's a tab for ease of access when you have it in a boot or on a jacket or something of that sort. I'm also a huge fan of this grip. It's a sort of rubber. It's not what you'd expect when you hear a rubber handle, but it's definitely nice. It gives you a lot of grip. You can definitely get a good grip on this thing without it, flying out of your hand. Believe it or not, I've had that happen before. No one was injured. I didn't injure myself, but it was kind of funny. I didn't expect it to happen, but I took care of that, and I think I actually broke the knife, sadly. It was a cheap knife, though. It was like a $5 one from, I think it was a $5 one from Walmart. Needless to say, that knife is gone. Now, I've personally never owned a boot knife before. They've always been small pocket knives under, I don't know what I say, under 4 inches. This is a 5-inch blade, extremely sharp. I like it, 440C, higher end steel. But like I said, I've never personally owned a boot knife, and if I were to rate this thing, I'd be a little biased because I think for, my first boot knife, it's really nice. Like, I'd carry this around. Now, I wouldn't recommend this for, the average person who's just looking for, a small boot knife to carry around with them every day, because it can be cumbersome. It is fairly large. Like I said, it's a 5-inch blade. But, law enforcement off the job, this is a fairly nice knife. Knife enthusiasts, even, if you like to collect them, this would be a fairly nice knife. You know what? I think I'd give this thing, I'd give it an 8 out of 10 rating for my my first boot knife. I keep calling it a boot knife. I don't know if, I feel like that's the technical term for it, but feel free to correct me, because I'm not new to knife collecting, but I am fairly new to, larger, more dagger-like knives. Trying to think of what else to go over here. Oh, and I just remembered, going back to what I said about everyday carry. You have to make sure your laws in your state justify carrying one of these and don't outlaw it. I live in New York, and the knife laws are strange, we'll put it that way. It says you're allowed to carry, a dagger. This is classified as a dagger. It's dual blade, solid handle. The way it's shaped is a dagger. And it says you are allowed to legally carry it every day with you unless you have the intent of causing someone else harm. Now, that could be an issue if you use it for self-defense, because there's obviously going to be legal repercussions here. Full disclaimer, I am not encouraging anyone to go out and use this as a weapon. This is a tool. It's a tool, not a weapon. But like I was saying, in New York, you can carry one of these as long as you don't have the intent of harming another person. And that is straight from the rule book. The laws state exactly that. Now that becomes an issue of, what the person was thinking at the time when they used this thing in self-defense. And every state is different. I don't know your guys' laws. You'll have to look those up for yourself. But make sure you look them up before you decide to, 1, buy this, and 2, carry it with you, if you decide to carry it with you. Because I'm not taking responsibility for any injuries or anything that happens beyond this point, because I have warned you to check your laws. It is perfectly legal for me to have one of these, by the way. Oh, and another thing I'd like to go over on this knife is the fact that it has, most of the cheap knives that you order online will have a sort of very smooth blade, and I think it's polished. This one is not. It's a sort of, let me try to get it to focus. There you go. It's a sort of a grainy, you can see. I don't know entirely how this is done, but it looks and feels very nice. This feels like a very sturdy blade. And I know I'm not one to, say how a knife feels sturdy or whatever, because I have never made a knife, furnished a knife, done anything hardening, nothing. But I'd say out of the knives that I've owned, it does feel fairly sturdy. But long story short, I would recommend this to enthusiasts, you know, someone that wants to carry a larger boot knife. But remember, it is a tool, not a weapon. I think that's going to wrap up my review for today. I plan on doing other knives, BB guns. I don't think I'm going to get into real weapons all that much. I know my dad has a few firearms. He has license to carry those. They are licensed firearms. And if he chooses to come on the channel and review those, that's cool. He can do it. I can't entirely do that right now. But I plan to later on in the future. So look forward to that. But like I said, I would recommend this. Check your laws before buying it. And thanks for watching. Take it easy.